I mean, it looks hilarious. It looks like some kind of buggy. But actually, that's a Ferrari, and this is a Lotus. So, welcome along to the alternative Canadian Grand Prix and the alternative F1 series. I take the race we had, Canadian Grand Prix, I do a Sebastian Vettel, cut that corner, and I put cars around the tracks that are older than the track is. So this track, Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, was first used in 78. So I've gone cars 10 years younger. These are from 68. Hence the massive bloody front wing. This is the Lotus. I am driving as Graham Hill. I think this is the second time this season I've been driving as Graham Hill. Potentially. But yeah, that massive front wing. There's a handful of cars there as well because it was the 60s, so a lot of the cars were like last year's cars, and then there was some that have the big wings. So like my fellow teammate doesn't have the big wings. One of the Ferraris does. I think the Matra has a large wing as well. So I just got to get used to how this car handles. Remind myself of Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. Yeah, okay, brakes need to be more powerful and further to the back. There you go. So other cars with big wings. There's the Matra in front. So I guess that's sort of my rival. I think that's Jackie Stewart, and he was sort of the only one giving me any trouble, sort of with lap times in practice. So Jackie Stewart's the one we got to try and aim for. Some of them, like Rodriguez, was like 25 seconds off the pace or something. Pathetically slow. It's pretty much what it was from the time. Yeah, I think the Ferrari Chris Amon was. Ow! That went in my eye. Like Chris Amon was up there with us, but that's pretty much the time from practice. Got that corner wrong. I almost did a Robert Kubica. Right. I was about to say, let's give these guys a bit of room, but I realised that Stewart's gone ahead. So if I can just get past whoever this is. Big after them, second gear. Hold it through the chicane. Right. Let's start a lap. You want to brake so early in these cars. So early in these cars. Like the braking boards start at 150 meters. You want to brake at 150 meters. I mean, I said it there, but actually it's a little bit later. In fact, I'd probably brake even later than that for turn 3. Around the curb, so you go right to the edge there. This is a lift-off corner. And again, sort of 100 meters. Start slowing down. See, I still didn't quite make the corner. Probably should have gone down to first gear. So there's definitely time to be had there. Come on up to the next chicane. Again, 150 meters. Down to second. Look, I only just made the corner. Break down later, I wouldn't have made it. Get off the grass, get off the grass, get off the grass! That cost me so much time there, trying to take a wide line. Lock it up. There's one of the Lotuses. So that would be my teammate then. Oh no, it's a Brabham. It's Jack Brabham. So then you want to brake at the bridge, and you can just make the chicane. I'm going to give it another go. So there's currently Chris Amon at the top. Now Jackie Stewart. Now me! Yeah, so that is Jackie Stewart. Some of the BRMs look the same. I think the Hondas are also red. I think the McLaren is also like a dark red. This Lotus is red. There's a lot of red cars. Oh, and there's a bit of a bash between the Matra and the... I don't know, is that the other Lotus? No, that's the Eagle. Okay. Stuart and I have a clear lap ahead, so... race to see who set the fastest lap here and if we catch up to the back markers. Well, that was nice turn one, didn't lock up. Gonna try and get as close to the back of Jackie Stewart as I can. Looks like we're going to catch the cars in front as well. Stewart before me though, so could be a good thing. Just scrape the wall. This probably cost me a little bit of time. Not as much time as Stewart is facing. Being held up behind whoever that is there. That looks like the other Matra. So that's his teammate. And yes, the speed difference between the cars were that extreme because they developed the cars and brought out the new cars. Like they had last year's cars and then they made these new ones with the big rear wings. So yeah, there was a very much a split grid, even with the teams. There were more drivers than 15 as well, but these were like the main cars that were there. The rest were other versions of like the BRMs or the Ferraris. So I thought just go for the sort of the main groups. So this is definitely a better lap from me. Although I did touch the wall on the outside of turn 4. Does Stewart improve? No, he does not. Nor do I, actually. But this looks like actually a cleaner lap. Let's see if both of us can improve. That was a good turn. Oh yeah, hook that up nicely. Stewart in the wall. Thanks, Jackie. Oh no, he's... You're right there, buddy. He didn't want to give that corner back, did he? Okay, minute left, and it's a minute 40 lap, so... Last attempt. I think I'm still going to be ahead of Jackie Stewart. It's just a question of can I do better than a 1 minute 40 around this track. Let's find out. Put it down to first to get better traction around that corner. Kick of oversteer. That's absolutely fine. Still braked really early for turn 3. Didn't count as a corner cut, which is good. Got to lift off on that corner. I'm going to catch Chris Amon in that Ferrari really quickly already. These corners I want to go down first, because I can still rev the nuts off it. Coming out of the corner and get better turning in the lower gear. But I'm worried they're going to be in my way coming into the hairpin. I mean, that's still good enough. A bit of a tight turn, but I don't know if that's any better or not, but I passed those two anyway. Let's head down the back straight. Come up to the Pirelli bridge. Hit the bridge, down to second. Just about make the corner. Could have run a little bit closer to the world champions. Touched the grass a little bit. Is it faster than a 1:40? It was by like 100th of a second. And I'm back in the pits apparently. Welcome along to the 1968 Canadian Grand Prix. Join us sat on top of the windshield of Graham Hill. Jackie Stewart is behind, and actually Bruce McLaren, I believe that is, direct behind. Yeah, ahead of Denny Hume. There are two McLarens. What's annoying is that they use the same car as last year, so I don't have an 87. I don't have a 68 mod, but I have a 67 mod, so that's where I can get a good handful of the cars. So a lot of them are 67. I don't know why it says some of them 2000. But yeah, that's why it says it's the same car. Yeah, Chris Heyman in the Ferrari, Jim Clark in the Lotus. You got Mike Spence, John Surtees, Dan Gurney, Jack Brabham, Jackie X, Jochen Rindt, Vic Elford, Jean-Pierre Ballestio in the Matra, and Pedro Rodriguez in the BRM, who is the slowest car on the grid by far. So, it is an 18-lap race. That is 75% of 70. And it's lights out and away we go for the 1968 Canadian Grand Prix. Jackie Stewart gets a good start, but a lot on the grass. Trying to get it stopped for these corners. Chris Amon's made up places behind the McLarens, though it is still Bruce McLaren behind. I think these two heavily downforced cars are gonna start running away from the pack, because I was definitely quicker than the McLarens, and you know, I was only half a second quicker than Jackie Stewart during qualifying, and the others I was like 4 seconds quicker, including the Ferrari, which does have some downforce on it, but these two definitely have the bigger amount of downforce. My advantage though is I have 2 of these wings, whereas Jackie Stewart only has 1. We already have our first retirement. It is the American of Dan Gurney. No idea what happened to Gurney. I'm going to go down the inside here. Oh, Jackie X is also retired. Clearly a collision between Jean-Pierre Ballestio. And literally all of them down to 5th. Okay. Considering that, like, all of them from Jim Clark down ended up retiring, let's try again, shall we? That's not right, so some of them are still in the pits. Cool. I think everyone does get away. There must have just been a collision somewhere. I can't really check behind. Yeah, everyone's making their way around. There must have just been a collision. So I've got to try and keep up with Jackie Stewart and hope everyone doesn't retire. It was like everyone from like 5th down. I think a lot of them were hitting the wall. I think that was part of the issue there. Okay, we are up to where we got to last time, and nobody's retired. We can see Pedro Rodriguez is already 5 seconds off the back of Elfman, so that BRM is not quick. What is quick though is the Matra and the Lotus, particularly the heavily downforced ones. And like I said, I balanced it out though, because they ran versions, both like last year's car, this car without the wings, and these cars with the wings. So they ran like multiple versions of it, and I've decided to split it, give myself and Jackie Stewart the heavily downforced cars, and then our teammates have the standard version or last year's car. Because this was the sort of first idea of aerodynamics, and they will made the team suddenly realise, you know, oh my god, you can go a lot faster if the car actually has grip and is pushed into the ground. So these were the sort of first aerodynamic cars. That's why this front wing is so big, because they realised that with the rear wings. Then they realised higher was better, and then Colin Chapman was like, but the rear wing that we've got, can't quite see it, I'm too strapped to my chair. The rear wing we put on the car, what if we put that again but on the front to give it more downforce? So this is the first ever car to have a front wing. It's literally a wing. They literally were. They were aeroplane wings, just turned upside down, because they were like, well, that provides lift, so if we turn upside down, it'll, rather than pushing up, it'll push down. Oh, I've got a good run on Stewart. Come to the outside, brake for the chicane. Jackie Stewart has the inside line. He's still there. Just a little bit of touching wheels. Big step of oversteer from the Lotus. I'm even closer this time, and a better run. I'm going down the inside this time with Jackie Stewart. We knew what it was like last time though. He really hung around the outside. He does again, sort of cuts the track a little bit. But you know what, I'd say that's fair defending. And you stop locking up the wheels too. I learnt that in Spain. Even if the tyres are really durable, you still got to wear them out. So this is funny. We're only on lap 5, and already we've come up to Pedro Rodriguez in the BRM. Damn it, I go really wide. But yeah, that thing is not quick. Like 5 laps and we've passed him. You know, you don't even see that today. You know, Max Verstappen isn't passing Logan Sargent after 5 laps, unless Sargent retires. I locked up there. Not going to give me a penalty, I did it correctly. Well, trying to lap his teammate didn't work, so I am now in the lead. I managed to pass Jackie Stewart and Vestio, I think. And this is Vic Elfman, although, oh, damn it, because I think down my inside, yeah, there's a certain Scottish man. Oh, we backed out of that. Surprising, he backed out of that one. I mean, look at those gaps. I mean, that's sort of like the Red Bulls of the day. It's sort of like 2 seconds, 3 seconds back now to Jackie Stewart. But then the Chris Amons, 20 seconds. Oh no, Bruce McLaren is out. So was Brick Elfman. So, or sorry, Elford, not Elfman, Elford. And yeah, I imagine because Bruce McLaren was only 4th, I think. I imagine he was trying to pass Elford. So, first 2 retirements. I'm not looking where I'm going. So yeah, the only difference really between that Ferrari that Rint's in and the one that Chris Amon's in is the one Amon's in's got a massive wing over the gearbox that's giving him more grip and allowing him to go a lot faster. I'm getting stuck behind what I think is my teammate. Yeah, it's Brabham. Pretty sure he was my teammate. And now we've got a big gaggle of cars here. We've got Spence there. And then, yeah, just up in front. Ooh, hit the wall, I was looking at the thing. But right in front of us is John Surtees in the little Honda that is now available in Gran Turismo 7. Gorgeous little thing. Five laps to go. And we are 5 seconds ahead of Jackie Stewart, so he's got to gain a second a lap. But there's a lot of traffic in between us. I wonder if I can lap the entire field. Probably not Chris Amon. He's only 30 seconds back and sort of been there the whole race. But probably catch the rest of them. Oh dear. Little bit of oversteer, but thankfully I am 12 seconds ahead of Jackie Stewart. And about half a lap ahead of Chris Amon, which means I'm probably not going to lap him. We're coming on to last lap after these next couple of straights. Next car I am to lap is Jim Clark, which makes me think he's my teammate, and Brabham's in the Brabham. Because the Brabhams and the Lotuses looked very, very similar, didn't they? So, really cutting that chicane. Right. I've actually done a faster lap at some point during this race than I did in qualifying, because I've done a 39.9. Actually, that was the lap before. And I think I just saw Jim Clark. So, let's see if we can catch Jim Clark and pass him and lap everybody up to 5th. Basically everyone who retired at the very beginning on the first attempt. But yeah, this is, I mean, I say every video that it's been fun, but this one has, you know, it's there are more fun races, but it's just getting into the different cars and doing the different cars. Like I said that in the last race when I was there, and I just watched Sterling Moss's van wall drive past. You know, while I was in a Porsche. This, you know, in a Lamborghini, in a Lotus that has sort of discovered downforce. You know, this was a revolutionary car. Looks utterly ridiculous, but very revolutionary. Right, let's power to the line. 14 seconds ahead of Jackie Stewart. I complained last race that I'd never won a race this season, because I always picked mid-tier cars, which is sort of good. I was going to win last week in the Porsche around Spain, or last time in the Porsche around Spain. I didn't succeed in the race around Spain. However, the race around Canada is won by Graham Hill. Woo! Actually got a victory. So there we go. Us headed Jackie Stewart. Yeah, sorry, Jim Clark was our teammate. It was Jack Brabham in the Brabham. Denny Helm came fourth in the McLaren. So Lotus, Matra, Ferrari. McLaren, Lotus. Dan Gurney in the Eagle ahead of John Surtees, Jack Brabham, Mike Spence, and Jackie Ix. And yeah, those are the guys that didn't finish. How was that? 1960s stuff. Pretty cool, right? Yeah, I love doing this and experiencing all these cars and seeing what they're all like. It's good fun. So yeah, next time will be the Austrian Grand Prix. And so yeah, I'm going to see, do you want, let me know in the comments, do you want old cars on the current track as it is, or do you want modern cars on the old track, so specifically the Österreich ring? It's not that much different from the current layout. When turns 1 and 2 are different. The rest of the circuit is pretty much the same, so I might do old cars on the current track. Yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for the Austrian Grand Prix. See ya.